married here? Yes? Married? Yeah? Married? Okay. The rest of you guys are like, I will wait 2-3 years and see how it works out for Dragoš. And then maybe I will take that decision myself, yes? You've been married, sir?
Yeah.
How many years?
4 years.
4 years? So far, how would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
11.
He still wants to get laid, right? 69, bro. Okay, that's how I rate it. I rated 69. Where are you from, brother?
Sicily.
From Sicily. Okay, you're Italian, 100%. And the wife?
Albania.
Is she here?
Yes.
Just over there. She's like, let me see what he says. Nice, Italian and Sicilian and Albanian, which is basically 2 Albanians. Okay, that's how it works. If you're from Sicily in Italy, you are Albanian. That is exactly what the situation. Nice. And how did you meet your wonderful wife?
In Pisa, I was studying.
Okay, in Pizza. 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 Okay, very nice. The wife is like the pizza like this, and he's like this. You know, like how that was a penis jokes. Okay. Nice. You're studying, and did you know much about Albania before meeting her?
Nothing. I thought it was in Africa, actually.
For those of you at the back, he said, I thought Albania was in Africa. But in all fairness, all Italians think that any other immigrants are Africans, okay? This is how it operates in Italy, right? Under the Meloni regime, yes? Nice, and now you found out more about Albania, yes? Too much. Very nice. Where in Albania are you from? For fear. I don't know if that's real, but I believe you. Okay, I will take your word. 4 years so far, and what's the secret? Communication.
No kids.
No kids. The Sicilian guy, I only come anywhere else. On the remote control, on the TV, I don't come inside. Okay, this is my secret. Do you guys want to have kids?
Not yet.
Okay, not yet.
Yeah, works like this, so...
He's getting nervous because more hand movements are coming in. You know, like it's. You want to have kids? Kids? Why kids? Round of applause for the married couple over here. Well done for them. Mexico is if you don't have a desk job? Yeah, people, yeah. What's your non-desk job, sir? What do you do?
Musician.
Musician? It's barely a job. Says the comedian. What kind of music do you do, sir?
Classical music.
Classical music? Wow. Do you play like the trombone or like...
Violin.
That's the classicist. How did you get into classical music?
Monkey see, monkey do.
You saw classical musicians?
It runs the family.
Really? You come from a family of classical musicians?
Yes.
You see, Western Europe. Huh? Classical music in Romania means you play the accordion. That's You're Romanian? So you're Romanian, your parents are classical musicians in Romania?
Yeah.
In Bucharest? Also, but where are they from?
So in Bacău first, and then in the radio orchestra.
Interesting. So they started playing the violin in Bacău, Romania?
Yeah. No, he's from Galați. He started to play the violin, then...
So far sounds like a Russian spy. Okay, the more he talks, the closer to Russia it gets, right? Like, no, he's from Bacău, but in Galați, but actually North Tulcea, Sfântul Gheorghe, actually from Bălți, Moldova. Okay, St. Petersburg, all right. Nice, okay. So your parents were both classical musicians?
Not really. Only my father. My mother was not classical musician. She was engineer.
She was an engineer, so she paid the bills. She was classically employed, okay?
Actually, it's true. She was earning more than my father.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Not that being a classical musician doesn't, it's not a respectable job. Just that it's not respected was not respected in Romania. Now it's like, 8 euro matcha, fucking. Your dad was a violinist as well?
Yes.
And then you saw the dad, he was like.
Yeah, that's why monkey see, monkey do. Yeah.
And now you're making your living out of this, yes?
Yeah.
Where do you play? Where can people say you play?
In the opera or in the Meistersinger.
These guys are like, we're more of a bar kind of people. I gotta be honest with you, I should do more of this. I should go more to like classical music stuff. What is the profile of the people that come to your shows?
Depends, we play, there's ballet, of course, we play the ballet music live for the dancers. There are, of course, a young audience, then for the
Of course.
We have
The younger audience enjoys a good ballet.
definitely.
They're on TikTok, yeah, fucking give me some ballet talks, yeah? I'm on ballet talk, okay, yes? And?
No, No, the reality is in Berlin you see more skin, so that's why the younger people go there.
Ah, this is true. There's a lot of classical musicians in Berlin. Germany does these things where it supports the arts, and a lot of people come here to do art, right? How do you practice? How long does it take to become what's your day routine? Do you wake up in the morning and you go to the music fields, or how do you? What's your name?
Sebastian.
What's your routine? You wake up in the morning, you touch your violin. If it's hard, I give it a little play. Zoo, 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 zoo. Are you married? Are you here with your girlfriend? Oh, you're also a classical musician already? What's your instrument?
Viola.
The viola. I don't even know what that is. I know it's a flower. You know? Viola? Is it like a bigger violin or? Oh, is his violin not big enough? Or do you guys compare at home? It's like, oh, mine's bigger. What are you gonna do with that big viola? I'm gonna violate knock. What's that? She wins. She has got a bigger one. Yeah, nice. She wears the viola in the family. Yes. What's your routine? What do you?
Waking up, depending if we have rehearsals in the morning, 2.5 hours, or in the evening there's a show, and in between practicing between 4 and 8 hours.
4 to 8 hours, just like wing, wing, wing.
Exactly.
That's a terrible wing, wing, wing. And how big is the orchestra?
About 100 people.
It's crazy. You gotta synchronize with 100 people.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. Gotta be honest. You guys met at the orchestra, I'm assuming.
No, chamber music.
What's that? Chamber music.
We made some chamber music.
I don't even know what chamber music is, to be honest. I'm going into a new world of vocabulary here. I need like a whole ChatGPT in my ear, So there goes chamber music is like house music, but in a chamber. It's like reggaeton, but with more tone, What's chamber? Do you guys know what chamber music is? Am I the only one that's like chamber music? What is? Do you guys do prison music? What's chamber music? Not the gas. Hey, gas chamber music. Let's see how the war goes, and we'll come back.
Chamber music is just playing in an ensemble which is between 3 and 8 or 10 people, so it's not an orchestra itself, so it's a smaller ensemble.
Sounds like
Exactly.
without a conductor. Sounds like you're describing a band.
Yeah.
Sure, if you want to use poor vocabulary, but if you like to use elevated high-class vocabulary, it's chamber music. So you guys are playing in a chamber,
Yeah.
and are you guys the only ones that got laid from that chamber?
Seems like.
It was like, I'm good looking, she's good looking.
Let's do chamber music.
Let's switch it down to two people chamber, Very nice. Round of applause for them. Get up for them. We got the classical. That's very cool. That's a very cool non-desk job, right? Very cool. Yeah, so you just go home. And what's the career progression? Do you like chamber and then amphitheater and then like arena or?
No, it depends. So of course you start being a musician, you start an instrument from 6 or 7 years, and then you of course study in university, believe it or not. Then you get a master's degree, and then of course you have to do auditions for orchestras, and then depending on the position that you get, or how you play, you get a better position in the orchestra.
Like, do you want to become the conductor?
No, that's a totally different job description.
So you become like the best violinist. Like the career progression is get the bigger rooms.
Yeah.
So you're 100 now. What's like the biggest you can get?
The biggest would be just being in a better orchestra, but in that sense,
You're like throwing shade at the Nuremberg Orchestra.
Yeah, if you have Berlin Philharmonic, of course, being there is a
You
progression.
get better at cocaine. I need more strings. Have you ever played the violin on acid? This is a very Berlin question. Like, did you guys ever like get high and just play the viola? Do you like lose your sense of like, I don't know, tempo or like rhythm, or have you tried it?
Acid not only
New possibilities unlocked, yes? What did you play it on? Like, what's it?
alcohol or weed.
Alcohol or weed, okay. So you play the violin drunk?
Yeah, people would meet up, have some food, some nice wine, and then let's just read some music, and then you realize it sounds bad in your head, then what comes up?
Who are these people? You're like, people just meet up and read some music. Who are these people? Where are they? Yes? You're two of them, right? Is this guy also one of the guys? What's your?
I'm a photographer.
Ah, another not great job. And what kind of events do you photograph? Like, do you like weddings or do you like?
The company photography and wedding stuff, yeah.
Nice, very nice. The companies, they want headshots of the audience,
Just, legends, company CEO, C-level.
Ah, okay, nice. That's pretty cool. How do you get those gigs? I mean, I'm just kind of like, now we're just going into like, Dragoš is curious, you know, like that's like, what's your job?
I'm studying.
Well, maybe one day you too can be a violinist photographer, you know, like, you can combine the fields. What are you studying for?
Sociology.
You better learn how to use AI. What do you learn in sociology? Like, look at us. We're all here.
Good question.
This is the question your father asked, yes? What have you been learning in sociology? Why don't you mind your business? Yeah? How many years are you in sociology so far?
4, but I'm already writing my thesis.
And what's your thesis on? You guys ready?
The Ukrainian refugees, and I thought...
Refugees? Hot topic.
Yeah. Refugees.
Season 4 coming soon.
But I thought I don't need to write about that. Like, I'm not going to be in the science world, so now I write about incels and femcells.
Incels and femcells? Yeah, you have something interesting as well, right? I don't even know what a femcel is. Incel is like a guy that sits in his like room and is like, fucking women, I'm not fucking. You know? The incel is like a guy that hates women, right?
Yes, basically the ones that don't get laid, and they complain about it and say that women are to blame for not...
Women are to blame for them not getting laid, yes? Well, technically, it takes two to get laid, you know? Like, so kind of like, in their mind, I see the logic, right? It's like, I no pussy, you know? Like, and I don't have one, you know? Nice. And what's a femcel? Women that blame men for not getting laid?
Femcells, it's kind of like incels, but they do get laid, they just don't get in the relationship. And then call themselves femcells.
It's kind of like incels, but they do get laid. It's like it really, incels are really big losers, okay? Like, femcells, they get laid, but they just, you know, they don't want to get in a relationship. So you're just describing everybody in Berlin, okay? They're like, so, but femcells is such a big phenomenon that you have to study it now, or like, what's the... Incels are bad for society because they hate women and sometimes they vote for other people that hate women and they take women's rights and then, you know, suddenly, you know, shenanigans. But femcells, why are they bad? Sounds like fun ladies from what you're describing, yes?
When I was going into this lore of femcells, I found that...
Lore.
Tradwives.
Tradwives. Yeah, tradwives, I know. You guys know what tradwives are? It's like wives that are like, basically, wives from like 30 years ago.
Kind of like ultra-right.
It's like, I will make 35 babies and my man will work for me. That's the tradwife, right?
It's basically the Handmaid's Tale in Bella.
Right, okay. But that's not a femcel.
Femcell, they're just like hate on men for not getting into a relationship with her. So they do get laid, but they don't get relationship. And guys probably would get relationship without getting laid. So it's kind of, you know, this kind
I
of...
feel this is going to be very useful for society. Nice, very nice. So then once you graduate sociology, you're going to take your femcel degree and you're going to... What's the plan?
I'm going to be an event planner, hopefully.
Yeah, there you go. Those femcells need to have a party, yeah? You know, a photographer, here you go. Have you ever considered photographing femcel parties? All right, round of applause for that. Give it up for that. Give it up for the guy with the cool job and all, the photographer. Yeah, lady, yeah, the French lady, you got a desk job?
Yes.
What's your desk job?
I'm an architect.
Ah, that's like a standing desk. Or do you sit down?
I sit most of the time because I don't have a...
Maybe if you design a better building, you'll get paid. And what kind of stuff are you designing at the moment as an architect?
I'm designing a helicopter hangar.
A helicopter hangar? The dream! This was the dream growing up, right? I wish I could an architecture and design a helicopter hangar. And are you making it special? I was gonna say, it's good for World War III though, no? Like it's like right on time. How do you design it? What's the...
You have to...
Make a lot of space for the...
Yes. A lot of space without columns, without nothing, because you have space inside.
I'm sure it's harder than it sounds, no? Like,
Yes, of course.
How long does it take to design a helicopter hangar? I see you're imitating the helicopter as well. You just sit there and
This is because I'm French, you know.
because you're French, you just automatically helicopter. Yes, yes. This is how you got the gig actually. You went for the interview, like, what qualifies you for designing a helicopter hangar? You're hired, okay? You got the job. How long have you been working on this helicopter hangar for?
Now it's 1 year, but it will take 3 years.
It'll take 3 years to design a helicopter hangar.
But
I feel like we're learning a lot today, right? I think we're learning a lot. What's your day routine? You just wake up in the morning, you go there and like, we need more space. Like a normal hangar is not enough. We need more space. Does it open up like this or?
oh, this will be great.
Oh. So basically what you're designing is like a storage facility with a gate. Not to downgrade what you're saying, but I'm sure it's more difficult than that. You probably need to have like, you know, sockets to plug in the helicopter or something.
Yes, of course.
What did you do before the helicopter?
Individual houses.
Boring stuff. And then the opportunity came, helicopter hangar, yes? What's the most difficult part of designing a helicopter hangar as a French person? And why is it saying the H in helicopter? Helicopter. I told you it was the most difficult part.
No, it's coordinated to make the coordination about every field. You know, the electric ones, tube guys.
The tube guys, that's the... What tubes?
No, you know the.
I have zero knowledge of helicopter hangar knowledge actually, so I do not know. You know the tubes, the helicopter?
Because you have a building, you have to work.
Ah, okay, like plumbing.
Yes, plumbing.
Plumbing, yes.
I know only the word in German. That's
What's the word in German?
so HLS, also Heizungslüftungssanitär.
I was gonna say, you should really say, you know, go on the German and less of the... Round of applause for the young man. Get up, helicopter hangar, that's pretty cool. We're getting a lot of cool stuff. Biologists, we got sociology, fem cells over here. All right, guys, that's the end of the show. Thank you very much for coming out. Round of applause for yourself. Thank you,